Hello, all of my lovely singles out there in internet land. This is Neptunifish Tarot. Thank you for stopping by the channel. So, I'm going to start a brand new series today, and this is for singles, and that would include anyone who is perhaps in a separation and wanting a message from spirit about what they can expect or what actions they might take to bring the one that they love back to them. All right. So specifically for singles, though, who are just putting it out to the divine, their intentions, their desire to have a divine partnership, right? This is understanding that when we ask the universe for what we want, we can expect to receive that. And so I'm going to ask Spirit today to give us advice about all of those things. And I just wanted to let you know these are the decks I'm going to be using. So for tarot, the main deck I'm going to use is Ethereal Visions, Illuminated Tarot deck by Matt Hughes. I'm going to clarify with the White Sage Tarot. And then we're going to use 4 different oracle decks. You can see Divine Feather Messenger by Alison, DeNicola, The Oracles of the Fairies by Karen K, Whispers of Love, Angela Hartfield, and then Alana Fairchild's Kuan Oracle. So, without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and shuffle up the decks, and when I return, we will get into your reading. Thank you. All right, Libra, I have all your cards shuffled and dealt and put out, and we're just going to get right into the message. Okay, so we have a pretty interesting message here. So again, I did ask Spirit to give us a message specifically on what Libra can do to bring in their divine partnership, right, as quickly as possible, right? So for those of you who are like single and have been waiting forever and ever, it seems like, right? And you don't even know who this person is yet. Or if you are somebody who does know who this person is and you're just like, are we ever going to come together in this lifetime, right? So this is the question. What do we need to do? What can Libra do? Okay, so the overall energy it came out is with the Hanged Man and the 7 of Pentacles. And so right off the bat, we see this definite, this definite energy of where, Libra, you're just going to have to start to rethink things. You're really going to have to kind of dig deep here. Hanged Man is a card of Pisces, and so we see you stopped. We see you literally stopped, whether you're hanging upside down or you're just it's almost like frustrated, right? There's a little bit of fear, I feel like, and there's a little bit of frustration behind all of this. Because here's what it feels like, Libra. It feels like some of you, it's like you don't believe. Maybe you don't believe that this can happen, or something about you're afraid of what you're going to have to do differently or what's going to have to change. We've got a lot of 7s, okay? We've got the 7 of Pentacles. We've got a 7 of Cups. I think I remember seeing someplace on here. Yeah, a 7 of Wands. There's something in this message, Libra, about you needing to heal this old pattern before you can move on. So let's get into the message and we'll tie this all in. So we see, right at the beginning, we've got the Seven of Cups clarified by the Magician. So the good news is that I feel like the universe is saying to you, Libra, like, you've got all kinds of opportunities to manifest in. Like, you have all kinds of ways at your disposal, right? Because you're the Magician. To manifest in this lover with the Justice card. So taking these first 4 cards together, there's your divine counterpart, right? There's a little bit of hesitation. There's a little bit, I don't even think it's confusion, Libra. I just think that you haven't quite tapped in to like what's possible for you. Like, in other words, you don't quite believe yet, as would be evidenced by this Hanged Man, based on everything up until this very moment in time that we're doing this reading, right? You're asking, okay, how can I, where is my divine partner? Like, either like, who are they? Or like, when are they coming? Or, right? So there's something about this Magician energy, like you being the Magician, you having the ability and the tools at your disposal, right, to pull this whole thing in. 7 of Cups, you feel like, I don't know, like it's too big or it's too much, or there's too many facets of, it's too elusive to you. It's too grand. I mean, there's like this weird, dragon on the card, right? It's like, it's too, what's the word? It's too big of a fairy tale for you to wrap your head around. And I feel like with the Justice card clarifying the Lovers, it's like, no, honestly, you see how on the scales there's like the heart is on one side and that single feather is on the other. And it's like the message is that when to bring this person in, it's like you have to approach it instead of with such heaviness and like with overcomplicating it. It's so much lighter and it's so much easier than what you're making it out to be. And so there's something about this where you've gotten to this point where you're like, well, everything I've done up to now, this is like not yielded a result. So now you're in this Hanged Man energy. So let's keep going. So then we see this Page of Wands clarified by the Emperor. And so you're ready. Like, you're ready to take up this page, right? To embark on a new journey, to become like a child again, like to start anew, to get to this lighthearted place, right? Like a page, like a kid. Except this time you have it clarified by the emperor. So you have this life experience behind you. You kind of like know what not to do, right? You know, like what hasn't worked in the past. So you have a lot of wisdom, right? And clarity to go forward with. And with the emperor, you know what it is that you're looking for. You know what it is that you desire. There's a certain stability, right, between justice and the emperor. There's a certain equilibrium, Libra. And so at some point you see the possibility in all of this, right? And there is a healing that's going on, because the truth is that I do see when this lover comes in, right, that it is going to lead to the long-term partnership, right? Like it's a lifelong partnership. But there's something with the star where you have to like almost be willing to accept the offer from the universe. And so there's a certain amount of belief that has to happen here. There's a certain amount of faith that you're being asked to put into the idea, right? That yes, this lover's coming, right? This offer exists. And there's something about you getting the message that you just need to heal your mind and heal your emotions, right? For it to come in. There's just something, here's the final card. You've got the 7 of Wands with the 9 of Wands, and it's like you're going to have to push through it. You're going to have to push through the fear and the doubt. You're going to have to grab a hold of knowing who you are and where you stand, right? And as aggravating and annoyed and tired, that you are. I mean, as tiring as it is, right? It is frightening as it is. To come into this place. Because you don't know how it's all going to unfold. Like, there's just this trust that you're being asked to have. This thing is coming in. This lovers with the Hierophant. This is the you mean you see it, right? I mean, this is it. This is the partner. This is the divine relationship. This is the thing that you're trying to magician with the star, to bring into being. This is your wish fulfillment. This is your balanced relationship. This is your forward movement, right? This is you embarking on a new journey to find the cup, to find the knight in shining armor. And it's just having the patience and the tenacity and the steadfastness to hold your ground and to see it through and to not give up. So the underlying energy was death and judgment. Is that judgment? Yeah. Death and judgment. So death and rebirth, right? So what do you have to give up? What thing, what idea, what attitude, what belief, right? It's something. Do you have to walk away from in order to embark on this new trajectory? I think that's the question. I think there's something that keeps holding you back every single time. And it's within you, I mean. There's something within you, Libra. Do you believe that this is never going to happen? Like, whatever you believe, because thoughts are things. If you believe that it can't, then it won't, right? If you believe that it can, then it will. So let's go into... Here, hold on, I'm going to move my chair. Let's go into the oracles. We've got the Kuan oracle out first, right? And Mother Fierce came out. All right, so let me get the book and let's read. What is that? Card 18. Let's see what Mother Fierce has to say. Mother Fierce is your guardian. Nothing can penetrate the passionate fire of her fearless love. Your safety is assured, beloved. In the midst of any apparent challenge or threat, no matter how frightening it may seem, and no matter how insecure you might feel about taking a step on your spiritual path into more power, know that you are safe, you are protected, and you are loved. Yeah. Right next to the Emperor, right? This is you getting ready to go on a journey to step into your power, to step into stability, to step into something new that's going to bring you fulfillment. Right? But it is scary and it is tiring, and you are going to have to be brave, and you are going to have to stand your ground, for sure. And that's the belief that I'm talking about. The belief that it's not as hard as you think, though. It's really it's just like a test of faith almost. It's like understanding that the divine has this all orchestrated for you, and you have a spiritual team that's all like around you, and they're protecting you, and they're guiding you, and they're leading you into this magician energy. This is who you are, right? This is all unfolding. So the next card that came out from Whispers of Love was Consider Your Foundation. Look at how committed you are to love. That's an interesting card. Libra, what are you willing to do differently so that you can experience something different? And then we had Celebration, and I love this card. This is from Oracle of the Fairies. I love this card because, honestly, like, sometimes we need a pattern interrupt, right? Like, we just need to do something completely outside the box, totally different, just to, like, unstick our energy, to, like, get it flowing open ourselves up and get that energy flowing so that we can start to move into like a new direction. And I think with celebration, I think that's right. It is time to go out and dance and play. An invitation could be on the way. Yeah, I feel like, especially if you're single and like you're trying to do something different, right? Because you're ready for some kind of a different experience in life. It is going to take something pretty radical to get you set off on this new course, right? Something that's going to inspire you to sort of bring you back into a youthful state. And then we had the goose and the blackbird. Your dreams and desires are calling you to action. The journey begins today. Yeah, there is definitely a different action. You've got a lot of wands here. There's and the Knight of Swords as well. I would say these 4 cards right here is your call to action. And then Blackbird, the magical and unique qualities of your untapped potential are unfolding now. This is just a change up. This is just a shake up, Libra. Right? You're onto the fate. You're like on the next phase of the journey. You're like, something is about to be reborn for you. But I see it. It's your divine counterpart, the Lovers and the Hierophant. It's absolutely there for you to take a hold of. If you should decide that you want it, it's yours. So that's it, Libra. That's the reading. I hope that somebody out there found that helpful, and if you did, please like the video, and I'm going to leave it here. I will see you guys on the next one. Bye.